What's up, Fire Nation? It's your boy Rico, along with my little big cousin G, baby, and our boy Raul, the zookeeper. And we are the Friendly Fire Podcast, the hottest podcast on either side of the Mississippi. Episode 10.
10 of them.
10 of them.
It goes to 10.
We are at a milestone, ladies and gentlemen.
10 big weeks.
How y'all feeling, man? Wellness check.
Feeling good. Feeling good. It's a gloomy
great.
Saturday, but feeling good.
Feeling
great,
good, man. You good?
We came to get it on.
Facts. Yeah, so we got a big topic to talk about.
Came to pump it up.
Yeah,
Rumble in the jungle.
We got a big topic to talk about towards the end. We're going to get through this. Basically, like church announcements, knock these quick news clips out the way real quick. We want to start off by prayers for the Palestine-Israel situation. I don't know completely everything that's going on, so I don't want to give like a full-blown opinion, but we want to say prayers to everybody who is suffering over there, and we hope that peace is on the horizon.
The flag behind us is not a Palestinian flag.
Right, that is an African-American flag, once again. And just prayers out to them. We don't know much, so we don't, I honestly don't know which side. I haven't paid attention to it that much, but we don't want to fault anybody.
The most I will say is that I have heard from a lot of people that that the people of Palestine have been oppressed by Israel, so that's, free Palestine, and, just prayers out for everything to work.
The only thing I know about this is on the Damn album when Kendrick went on that rant about the Israelites or his cousin or whoever called on that voicemail. Yeah. That's all I know.
And people was like, Kendrick, stop. But, guys, in recent governmental news, the CDC has said that if you are vaccinated, got both of your double doses, not the Johnson & Johnson, because apparently that makes your arm blow up.
Discount double dose.
If you got the double dose, you can walk into most places without a mask. And how do y'all feel about that personally? I have a certain mindset, but I don't want to just.
I think from what I read, at least in stores, if the store still mandates you wear a mask, you still have to wear it. Mm-hmm. But I know it's gonna cause a lot of.
It's gonna cause a lot more bullshit.
Yeah, like people are gonna be fighting.
I'm vaccinated. Blah blah blah.
The CDC. My thing with the CDC is that they was coming on strong. There's a guys, we got to do this, we got to do this. And then when Trump and his people was all like, oh, you don't go to the CDC, everybody was taking the CDC side because like this is what they're trained to do. This is their job. Yep. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we know that y'all can't get everybody to take it. Well, it's like, well, if you don't take it or if you
just
take
wear
it,
the mask.
you don't got to wear your mask if you double dose. Now it's like, wait a minute, now. This don't mean that the that the virus is just gone. No. Like, you can't just say, oh, yeah, y'all don't got to wear them no more. Wait, whoa, hold on. Because then in 3 weeks when we spike again, they're going to be like, yeah, you know what? And like that was a miscalculation on our part.
And, like, people that haven't taken the vaccine are going to be wearing the mask. Because, like, people can't force you to show your fucking little.
Like, also, it's not like they gave them a reasonable size card. Like, it's like bigger than my phone. The card is like asinine.
It's an index
big.
card.
Like it'd be different if it was like something the size of your license that you can just pull out and show. It's like, no, you gotta have something to hold that. Yeah. And then it's like, apparently people was like selling fake vaccine cards.
I saw that.
Clubs and stuff.
One of my homies put that in Snap. He's like, yo, who got that?
Like, come on.
I was like, yo,
bro.
relax.
So, like,
I take the vaccine.
Y'all
bro.
are so thirsty to go back to being nasty. Like, this thing started because y'all didn't want to wash your hands.
Honestly,
that's how nasty y'all are. Y'all can't wait to get these masks off so y'all can stop showering and doing all this shit again.
Breathe all on people. Y'all done had to shower for one time out the day and y'all have upset.
Just because you get vaccinated does not mean you can't catch COVID.
Doesn't mean you can't spread it either.
It means that it takes the seriousness away, but you can still catch it.
Still get sick.
So
I'll still be wearing my mask because I don't trust the government.
I'm wearing my mask because niggas is nasty. That's literally once I heard it, I'm like, they don't understand the can of worms that they are opening up because now it's like your word ain't even bond anymore. You went through all of this trouble to say, guys, wear your mask, wear your mask. If everybody at the very least social distance, we can be out here. Okay, people don't want to social distance. All right, well, we got vaccines. Not everybody want to take it because, microchips. Well, it's almost like you giving like a little kid a prize. Well, if you take the vaccine, well, let's just take your mask off. Yeah. Like, come on, bro, stop.
Y'all talking about microchips. Are you serious? Like, are you seriously
never know?
You actually never know, but you want to act like I'm so off the grid. If the government want to find you, they're going to fucking find you.
Like, don't get these movies twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Nobody's truly off the grid. Yeah. They know where you're at. They just leaving you alone. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's it. like, bro, like they know where we're at all the time. I'm not saying government this, that, and the other, but you can't escape the government. If they want you, they gonna get you.
Come on, bro. So I'm like I said, I don't want to say I'm nervous because I have faith that everything's gonna work out, but I just don't like the the domino effect this can cause.
Yeah.
Because it was already tough enough to get people to put the mask over their nose.
I've been going out and like at bars and shit, and no one's wearing their fucking mask.
Yeah, you said Wrigleyville is like,
bro, that shit's crowded. Next time I go, I'll send y'all like a video or something. That shit gets crowded.
It defeats the purpose to sit in a bar and be like, oh, I'm gonna wear my mask, then take it off. Like, what's the purpose?
I haven't went in a restaurant in forever. Like, my girl was trying to take me out for to celebrate my graduation, and I was like,
shout out Rico for the doctorate. That boy a doctor now.
shout out to all the graduates once again. But I was like, I've told her, I'm like, it's not even worth going to a restaurant because as careful as I've tried to been with my mask, I'm gonna look stupid. Like, all right, we gonna be careful, we're gonna wash our hands and just. Now the virus can't get me because I'm sitting down. It don't work like that. The virus don't stop once you get to the booth.
Oh, damn it. Almost had him.
You eating them appetizers, I'm going to leave you alone.
Did you guys get vaccinated yet?
No, I haven't.
But like I said, if it affects some money, I might like
definitely I'll get it.
Because I have a movie I'm shooting in the summer.
Shit! Hey, what's coming out this summer, bro? What Marvel joint is that? That's the Eternals, ain't it? Or some shit like that.
So yeah, I have a movie I'm shooting this summer, and the director was asking people if we're gonna get vaccinated. So if that's like
this man really said 50 Cent didn't want to talk to him.
If that's the difference between a couple $100 in a
couple
contract,
M's,
I'm like, go ahead, shoot me up, Scotty. Like we can do.
That boy finna be Captain Marvel 3 in this.
I'm getting my first dose on Tuesday.
Who you getting, Moderna or Pfizer?
Moderna.
That's like I heard that's like the best one.
Moderna, yeah. So I'm surprised you pulled that off because I know they was holding that like it was a secret sauce. They ain't want nobody getting to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just please be careful. All jokes aside, be careful. Wear your mask. Be safe. Social distance to the best of your ability. I mean, I even went and I went to the Museum of Science and Industry yesterday, and it wasn't crowded, but it was like they was trying to give us like rules to follow, to stay spread out. You get into because they had a new Marvel exhibit,
and
everybody got Marvel shit at the science and industry
because they got the most money for it.
Because physics,
it's physics, it's science fiction. You feel me? So it's like
Peter Parker was a scientist.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, like almost every major superhero got some science behind them that they can explain. Okay. But like folks was looking at the exhibits and everybody was on top of each other, kind of, sort of. It was like people, they like you walked following a path. And, I missed this, and they walking back. So it's like it's no perfect science to it. You do the best you can, and pray for the best. What else we got, Mr. G, baby? On the way. How much we selling this docket for, G?
You know what I'm saying? Docket number 10. It's a milestone. We're going to have to 200 for this.
200.
We're going to have to 200.
200. If you want it, you're going to have to drop 200 for it.
Come on. We all trying to get back computers over here.
We got G, baby, in here dressed like a blood. You got to pay for this.
You got to Big B's.
But, all right. So what next we got on the docket?
We can talk about these cave dwellers and the gas shortage that lasted about 8 seconds.
Okay. So the funniest thing... there's been a gas shortage, apparently, like especially in Southern Illinois, and people have been stocking up on gas like it's the Armageddon. You thought the toilet paper was bad?
Yeah.
Ain't no more gas for nobody. They've been filling them up in bags. They've been putting them in coolers. Everything. Water bottles.
The dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
My sister, shout out Gigi, says she saw a lady trying to fill up a laundry basket full of gas.
Shout out Gigi, because what in the world?
A laundry basket?
People are so...
The one with the holes?
People are so paranoid that they just make the dumbest decisions.
And somebody blew up.
You lying.
She had all this gas in the back of her pickup truck, and the bed got hot. And boom!
R.I.P. though.
R.I.P. to you.
R.I.P. to your truck. God dang. Like, what? Come on,
if she's
y'all.
dead. I don't know if she's dead or not.
But then, because I was laughing at it, and then I found out that you can't, unless it's stored properly, gas loses its, ability to be gas. Yeah. Like, if it's just left out.
There's a reason why they have, special containers, and
underneath
you can't
the
keep
ground,
gas.
20 feet underneath the ground.
You trying to put it in a
laundry bag. You had the cloth joint?
Come on, bro. Like, we got to be smarter.
People are wild.
Real quick, before we continue, we want to let you guys know we are shooting the bonus J. Cole episode. That will be dropping this upcoming Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to give our feedback. They're going to potentially bash it. But, hey.
Kendrick, we need you now.
Kendrick, Aubrey, where y'all at? But I just wanted to, before we forgot.
Wait, but hold on. Midrick Lamar, don't come out with no mid shit again. I'm just saying, bro. You really on the bubble, Midrick. You really on the bubble.
But yeah, we wanted to let y'all know that was coming. But yeah, back to
and prayers to Lil Reese.
Oh, yeah.
Little Reese.
Yeah, so
we getting him out the way early. Oh, this boy ready to argue.
No.
Raul is getting
the Grim Reaper, bro.
We're not even 10 minutes in. Raul is getting all the church announcements out the way because he got a bunch of stuff he wants to talk about, which I'm excited to talk about, per usual. These are my boys. We can talk about it for the rest of our life as far as I'm concerned.
I will say, trying to be funny and not trying to be disrespectful, it's crazy that he's more known for getting shot and beat up than the Grim Reaper stuff now.
Yeah.
Like, I think at this point, you have to let that go. Like, your rep's taking a serious hit.
People are trying him left and right. But it's like he always bounced back.
Yeah.
But how many times you going to bounce back?
I don't know. I'm not wishing for him to continue
it's like, damn.
I don't want him to keep trying to
not
test
a challenge.
But it's like, he just like, every time you hear it, he ain't got shot and he, all right, I'm back.
Yeah.
He drop a new freestyle. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you?
And Keith is just chilling in L.A.
It was a dude, a rapper when I was in high school. Dude was getting shot like every other week. He was like, yeah, got shot 8 times. Then like 2 weeks later, 14 and still ain't dropped. 18 and still up here. I'm like, damn, like this dude got the best defense I've ever seen. And as a gangbang.
You running out of skin.
I forget what his name is, but like every other song, he was like, man, yeah, they tried me again. I'm like, damn, dude.
They obviously don't respect your rep. They're like, I'll get him this time.
Like that Boondock shit where he's like, what do you do to get them mad?
Damn, what did he do to get them that mad?
They go back home like, dang, how many times I hit him? I only hit him 9 times.
I know. I shot him 9 times. I know he dropped 9 times, couldn't get me. Damn, I'm like, oh, man, that's 9 more. What's we at, 27?
They put this man on a Deadpool. They're like, all right, I'm going to get him this time. My turn. But Juju, you go out there. Your turn. Right? But, yeah, so prayers to Lil Reese. Hope everything works out. Yeah. We got anything else before we
Do we have any? Rest in peace to New Jack.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace to New Jack, wrestler, wrestling legend. He was a wild man. He tried to kill a couple people in the ring. No, we'll let that slide.
We'll let that slide for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, one of the stories. Well, it's not even a story. It's on fucking video camera.
For entertainment.
The dude, he was like a brand new wrestler, so he asked New Jack, like, in order to do the bleeding effect, they cut themselves.
The razor blade.
And
really?
But the kid was like a new wrestler, so he didn't know how to do it. So he told New Jack to do it. So New Jack was already mad at him before.
Why?
So he just for like some shit that happened behind the scenes before the match.
Oh wow.
So he like went in there and like cut him and then he ended up getting like he went to trauma and all that shit.
Holy.
And then he died like a couple years later.
Jeez Louise.
Non-connected. A few years later.
Even though the family did sue him for the death after a couple years, they said that the kid went into a depression and all that shit after that happened.
Oh, dang.
Well,
because the kid was like 18 or something.
That's crazy.
Shit. Well,
regardless.
Rest in peace to New Jack. And rest in peace to that kid, the wrestler.
Before we get into the topic of the day, fellas, I have the tweet of the day or the tweet of the week.
Oh, yeah, the tweet of the week.
This comes from a young lady. She, you know,
who's that Jezebel?
In the habit of bashing men. She
floozy.
Asked, as a man, why are you having a birthday dinner? And I just want to know, fellas, is it gay to eat on your birthday?
It is not gay to eat on your birthday.
It's a little suspicious.
It is a little suspicious.
What is suspicious about having a birthday dinner?
When you got your mouth open and the hibachi grill dude sliding this steak down your throat.
That's a very specific situation.
That is very gay.
That's a very
you can hand me my meat on the plate.
When Salt Bae is feeding, you seen them videos of Salt Bae feeding
dudes
people?
be all.
Nobody's talking about Salt Bae. We just talking about going out to eat.
Hey, if it's my birthday, we grabbing wings. You can cuss me out and bully me the whole day. We going to get some chicken or some pizza. That's it. We not finna go to no damn Chinese restaurant. That's what we go get some pot stickers and some barbecue pork.
Nah, I seriously believe Twitter should start charging people, bro, because like this app is undefeated. Bro. I feel like some of the wildest shit.
This was the greatest app of all time.
Yeah, she said that, and then I think immediately started selling vibrators underneath. But once she went viral, you know how
do you get those? Did you get any of the ads when you went viral?
No.
Because every viral video
I think you got to put in like a bid or something, because literally that's like the second tweet after they say something viral is, hey ladies, this amazing new vibrator. I'm like, I that wasn't selling that under
While
mine.
you're here, connect to this Bluetooth anal plug. Oh my god,
that wasn't my thing. But
that
no,
one, it's the skin one that we show the video of him ripping.
Oh, ripping off the skin. Oh yeah, get your pores open. Like, please shut up. Yeah. But why? We can't have birthday dinners. I enjoy eating dinner on my birthday.
I enjoy it too, but don't make it the focus.
I don't know.
Like, just go out to dinner.
Why can't we? Wait a minute. We can't plan.
Here you go.
I was waiting for Rico to post a video of him eating for his graduation dinner. even more suspicious.
I knew he was gonna get some grapes fed to him. He's like, oh no.
I enjoyed what I ate for my dinner on my graduation commencement ceremony. Did I post it?
They came to the table and sang for you, bro?
No, I ate. I think it was at the house.
I think the problem that they have is like you posting it. I think that's the problem.
I think the
sparklers
problem
and shit. I mean, I'm not saying it's not sus. I have birthday dinners. I have birthday parties.
There's nothing.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not.
It's
but,
not.
But we're entertaining. It's funny.
This hilarious.
It's fucking
hilarious.
No, it's because I don't go to damn Buffalo Wild Wings on my birthday with a Burger King crown on like I'm the birthday boy.
You should.
You shouldn't.
You deserve
You
that.
really shouldn't.
You earned
Why?
that, G baby.
Why?
All the stuff you went through.
All the stuff I went through for what? For some chicken? you think I'm a call in that card for a medium at Buffalo Wild Wings? I'm not. I am not.
You're not doing that dance at Hooters?
Hell no.
Do my little dance and dance. You've earned it.
That's one of them ones you slip in when you see the bill. Like, oh damn, you know it's my birthday. Like,
happy birthday.
For like the extra like little slice of cake.
Hey man, you earned that.
I've earned it, but somewhere else. I'm not cashing that in at no restaurant on my birthday.
Taking you to Benihana's. I'm just gonna kidnap you. Be like, yeah, birthday dinner.
And I'm finna beat the chef's ass. I'm gonna throw some pancakes on that grill. I don't want this shit.
But yeah, that I just think that was hilarious, just because. That like literally another tweet every other month goes viral about men. Why do you do that? Or men like what type of men drinks pink lemonade? I'm like, hold on.
I was like, when has pink lemonade been gay?
What you not gonna do? I love pink lemonade.
Yeah.
No ice. I got to
because they be
strawberry
you know
lemonade.
How Wendy's do. Wendy's be like, we gonna give you ice and then a dab of lemonade.
And then when you ask for no ice, they get mad.
They get upset.
They charge you more.
How dare you not want ice?
I promise you. I went to McDonald's one time. I was like, let me get a large ice water. Oh, it's on the house. Don't worry about it. Can I get a water with no ice? They were 95 cents. I was like, all right. You paying for the cup now? Come on.
Oh, man. I'll be having to specify to my dad because I'll be like, nah, Dad, you're going to get X, Y, and Z and a lemonade, no ice. Yeah. We got ice at the crib. Like, what you not
plus, you're going to drink it right away. It's cold.
Yeah, like, bro, what you taking on a road trip? It should stay cold. I think you'll be okay. But, man, I remember one time I picked it up and it was so heavy. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. Looked in there, bro. It was literally like up to here.
The only beverage,
big dumb ice cube.
the only beverage with ice should be coffee. That's it, iced coffee.
I can do both, but I'm more of a hot coffee.
I've never been a big coffee person, so it's like I understand people that do the iced coffee. But even them, they don't be getting no coffee. You get ice and sugar. Like it don't be no. They sip it once and
the sugar
done.
be sitting at the bottom.
Just at the bottom, just marinating with the ice water. With the ice water. But there's a reason we are here today.
Oh,
get it out the way, Raul.
This moment you've been waiting for.
So okay, I'm gonna give a quick ghetto summary over what we're going to be talking about. Why we're talking about.
I feel like we're the only ones that know.
So for those who don't know, former rapper and current reality radio superstar Joe Budden had a podcast with two of his boys, Maul and Rory. They was going on. It was one of the top podcasts on Spotify. Number one on Spotify. He felt, that he felt he was being underpaid by Spotify, and he felt that he was being gypped out of some money. But he made it seem as if it was his team that was being gypped out of money. Come to find out, he wasn't paying his team properly. He was mistreating his team, talking down to his team. His team didn't enjoy that. Rory and Maul did not like the way that they were being treated. So they decided that it was time for them to leave. Joe, in classic Joe fashion, was like, y'all niggas are replaceable. And the next week got two other niggas to hop on the podcast. And to some people felt that
they're not that bad.
Some people felt that they were either as good or better. And recently, the original team tried to rekindle their friendship. They got on the podcast. Things were not good. It was not pleasant, okay? Yes. And then within 2 weeks, Joe Budden went on a podcast and fired both Rory and Maul.
They no call, no show.
They no call, no show. And Joe was like, well, y'all want to do like that? Y'all are fired. He gave a 2-hour spiel as to why they were fired in their relationship. Rory and Maul just recently, either today or yesterday, dropped a video explaining their side of the story. Now, I'm going to kind of hand this over more so to Raul and G-Baby because you guys were the Joe Budden fans. I was listening more to other people. You guys listen to the Joe Budden podcast. Yeah. Give y'all input. I will just, throw my little jokes and opinions here and there. But Zoo, we gonna start with you because you have been. Zoo has been
boiling.
The presence
I've been
in
so
the group
upset.
chat. if we ain't talked about Joe for more than 2 times in an hour, he gonna make sure he puts something about Joe in the pod in the group chat. Right. So Zoo, start it off.
I'm gonna start it off.
Who? Well, first, whose side are you on?
I am on new Rory and Maul side.
¿Por qué? Mi amigo.
Right, let me start it off by saying I am not a Joe Budden hater. I've been listening to Joe since I was like in high school. I like 2010, 2009. I of course listen to his Pump It Up shit. I watch
pump,
I watch You Got Served, Do It for Lil Saint, all that good shit. I listen to his mood musics, which you can't listen to now because Parks engineered it and it's fucking trash.
They are trash.
And I was a big fan of Slaughterhouse, and I was a big Joe fan. I'm on the fence. I want to like Joe because I've been riding with him for fucking a decade now.
Right,
it is a decade since Slaughterhouse. And like the whole thing broke up with M. I was still on Joe's side on the Eminem shit, and like I'm a huge Eminem fan, but I was like, whatever, I'll take Joe's word for it. Eminem never talked, so we never got his side. All that good shit. But on this one, I am on Maul and Rory's side about respect. RESPCT.
So that just leaves me with Team Pump It Up.
G baby, please state your case.
So I am a long time as well Joe Budden fan. I used to beat him up all the time. Def Jam Fight for New York.
Who was the player on Fight for New York?
Yeah, he was like one of the best characters in like their circuit. Like he's probably like a god tier character. But my favorite character used to be like Redman and Scarface.
Okay, quick detour. All right,
quick detour.
Now go back to your topic.
My favorite game podcast coming up. No, but I've been a fan for him for a long time. My brother's the one who put me on to the podcast. So, I mean, it sounds good. I've been a fan. I rock with the whole group. There's no hate for Maul and Rory coming from this side. But things have been handled in a way where
jokes are coming.
Jokes are definitely coming. So, we that's what this is. Yeah, so, thank you for listening.
I've been listening to the podcast since, I'd say 4 years, because the Spotify deal was like 2 years and ended like a year ago. So, that's 3. Now I listened to before the Spotify deal. So, like 4 years now. And that's 2 episodes a week. 2 to 3 hour episodes.
They was talking.
That's like 6 hours about a week.
If we ever do 2.5 hours, we may get canceled. I don't know if niggas want to hear us for that long. Not yet.
That's 6 hours a week. No vacations at all. Their first vacation was like last year.
I remember that actually. I actually watched that episode before when they went on vacation.
Yeah, so it was like 6 hours a week for 52 weeks out of the year. That's insane. And they got me through work because that was when I was working to 5 a.m.s. And they just got me through work along with a couple other podcasts, but they don't pay us, so we're not going to say names. But yeah, so I was a huge fan. Everyone can see the tension between Mr. Rory and Mr. Joseph Budden.
The ginger and the bald.
The only one who supposedly didn't see it was Joe until like a month ago or 2 months ago. He said he realized there was tension. Even though the whole world would, if you go in their comments of videos like 2 years ago, everyone saw that shit.
Yeah,
it's like Rory.
Bro, he was on there trying to fight him every episode, and then he was just like picking at him. It was like, oh yeah, your girlfriend, right? What's going on with your fiance, right? Wow. Dude was on the episode, sad as hell. I was like, hey, Rory, that's what you get though. You brought that on yourself.
You did. He cheated. For those who don't know what we mean.
Allegedly,
he did it.
I know we say that word a lot, but it is alleged.
So whatever, but. Go ahead and kind of speak on why you're taking more so. Let's get into why you are taking more so Rory and Maul's side.
Okay, I'm taking Rory and Maul's side because Joe claims he is for the creators. He's the head of creator equity on Patreon, which we found out on today's episode of the Maul response and Rory response. They did not find out about the Patreon deal until the rest of us found out. I knew at the same time Maul and Rory found out, which is insane, but whatever. I digress. I'm more so, I won't even say Rory's side. I'm more so Maul's side. That's my guy right there.
Okay.
And the reason Maul is mad, when Joe told Rory not to show up, Maul was like, yo, I'm not going to do this shit without the man. That's like if Rico told me, yo, I told G-Baby not to show up. I'm not gonna show up if G-Baby's not showing up.
I'm just in his basement, just
First off, I'm gonna be like, damn, I can't come downstairs. I'm gonna be washing clothes all through y'all podcasts. I mean, fuck this.
Oh man,
that's insane. That's
Nephew's
crazy.
Gonna be just running up and down the hallway. Just run.
And then Maul confronted Joe like, "Yo, what the fuck's your problem?"
Oh, did he now?
That was what was said. I can only go. No one was there with eyes on the wall, and Joe told him this podcast is none of your business. After Maul has been on the podcast for like 5 years, 6 years, whenever, because it started 7 years ago. He came in like episode.
Some
60,
people, he said 77, but he
so that's a year after.
But people have said that it didn't take off until Maul got on the show.
That's what it was said.
Okay, you'll give him
I'll
that.
give it that.
Okay, so before we just what is Yo? Cause
he's Big's brother. Used to be.
So on that tip, I'm gonna go with Joe on this one because it is technically none of Maul's business. Because when you came to this pod, from what Joe Budden said, was you didn't want to be a podcaster. You just wanted to. Hey, you told me to come and chill. Joe Budden supposedly let them know, this is my shit. This is my name. It's the Joe Budden Podcast. That's like me saying, hey, I'm going to share my body. No, it's mine. I'm not breaking that shit up.
Yeah.
So that was their thing. Going into that, it was, hey, Maul's doing his thing. Rory got a job. They don't really need it, but it's helping out a friend. I get it, but at the end of the day, this is me. As the success grew with, Maul and this, that, and the other, they branch out and get their connections. But at the end of the day, you getting them connections off the strength of me.
I don't want to say all that,
but
because
see,
Maul
I heard
is
Maul
Big's brother.
Maul was in the industry though.
Maul was Big's brother,
who used to be Jay and Big's brother.
He will probably never ever run into Jay-Z again. Because Jay-Z and Biggs did not get along at all. Because they was like, same situation. You getting paid too much money to not contribute shit to this label. That's what their beef was. Maul only met Jay-Z again off the strength of Joe Budden. Niggas know who Maul is off the strength of Joe Budden. Like in the street,
I didn't know who he was.
In the streets, I don't know about Maul. Like Maul might be big in them streets, but Griselda don't know who you are outside of Joe Budden. They all roaring like nobody know who the fuck Rory is. But off of Joe Budden, you got you an R&B group. You got an album coming out. Just don't overstep. You know
I wouldn't say all that.
I started y'all.
Rory worked for Sony,
but he was just he was a music guy. He didn't have no albums. He didn't
Rory's
have no
out
artists.
Here head bumping to Jim Jones' album in the fucking stew.
Okay, but at time like now, is Jim Jones the hardest person to try to get in the studio?
And Maul knew people like in the industry way before Joe.
I get it, but how many interludes?
Because like he said, he was
on?
living with I think he stayed. He said he didn't say his name, but from the Connects, I think he was staying with Jennings. What's his name?
Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings.
Yeah. Wow.
And like he knew Trevor Ariza. He knows all the NBA players. He fucking walked out to the court with Julius Randle yesterday. He fucking sitting courtside and shit.
And like I say, a lot of that got more exposed because niggas know who he is off the strength of Joe Budden. Like you've had these connections, but like I didn't know who Maul was.
So I want to give my outside looking in opinion on the entire situation. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted this to be the Friendly Fire podcast and not Rico Presents the Friendly Fire. Because of the main reason for a lot of things. But it's like, you know what you're getting into when you let somebody name a podcast after themselves. Yeah. That's just like if...
I mean, the original name was, we'll name this podcast later.
Yeah.
They should have kept it. That's what Charlamagne said.
Because Charlamagne pointed out, why did y'all turn it into the Joe Budden podcast? And then Joe Budden, y'all see what he trying to do. He trying to split us up. And it's like, he got a point though. And like as much of a troll as Charlamagne is, Charlamagne knows the business and he know when niggas trying to get one over.
But that's where like friendship and respect comes in. Because
my thing is you
Maul
have to
and Rory were like, all right, whatever, that's our guy. He's never gonna do us dirty. So I guess they just let him rock with the Joe Budden name. And like even Maul on today's episode or show thing that he did, he said we'll take accountability and we'll say we let Joe get away with a lot of shit.
But see, then that's when you don't get my sympathy. It's like I don't agree with how Joe handled it. I think that was a shiesty way to go about it.
Just Joe's a terrible friend and a terrible businessman.
But the thing of the thing of the matter is, and I remember I put this in the group chat, they supposed to be his boys, right? Yeah. Over the years. So you ignored all the terrible. This isn't to bash Joe, but let's just be honest, because he was in the news for stuff like this. You ignored the terrible relationships he had with other women, with his ex-wife, with the woman before that, with the miscarriages and stuff. You ignored how he split up the Slaughterhouse group and how he basically threw dirt on everybody's name with Shady. Yeah. And you was like, oh, well, he'll never do that to us. He has a repeated history of having bad relationships, whether it's intimate or through business. Yeah. This isn't to bash Joe, but it's like, if I if I was an alcoholic or something, and I'm always drinking, I can't do this unless I'm drunk.
Right. Why are you looking at me when you
I'm not looking at you. I'm not doing it. I can't do this podcast unless I'm drunk. And then all of a sudden, I miss 5 podcasts in a row because I'm drunk out in the alley somewhere.
Right.
Y'all say, oh, I couldn't believe he did that. Nigga, I gave you nothing but hint after hint that I had something wrong with me. So all of a sudden, because it wasn't affecting you, you chose to ignore all the terrible habits this Negro had like accumulated over the years.
That is true.
But now that it's affecting you, oh, I can't believe he would have did that. Why not? The nigga who was paying him, he screwed over. His wife, he screwed over.
His baby mother, he screwed over.
So it's like, why did y'all think y'all Negroes would be any different? And then it's like,
they're the homies.
It's
a little different.
You have to. You guys are my boys, and that is one of the main reasons why we split everything. Because me and you, we've gone back and forth. We've had semi-arguments where I have to make sure. Okay, I want to make sure he know.
And it's from a place of love.
I still love and respect him, but I'm disagreeing with him on this specific subject.
Yeah.
But I can't
say
Whitehead. I can't shut up. I can't say Zoo don't come. Nigga, you paid a third just like I paid a third. What do I look like trying to tell you? And then this is his house. What do I look like trying to tell you? All right, don't come to the podcast. G-Baby gonna be like, nigga, who is you talking to? This is our podcast. You gave somebody too much power in front of y'all. It's not like he went behind. He didn't. I refuse to believe he went behind y'all back and did this. He did all of this in y'all face, and y'all was thinking, oh, well, that's the boy. He been in the industry. He know what he talking about. He gonna be looking out for us. No. That's I refuse to give sympathy to anybody who let somebody finagle them in front of their face. Joe Budden is a terrible person and a terrible businessman in that regard. But it's also smart. If I know y'all gonna let me get away with it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. Cause it's like you like Rory was, oh man, you gotta ask him this, but you need to demand it. Joe knows best, but then you wanna like spit in the man's face now. Yeah. It's like, bro, you the one quit Sony. Because this podcast was taken off. Did nobody ask you to do that?
Nope.
Maul had his own money before the podcast. I don't need the podcast. Just like with this podcast. We not making no money from it right now. It's for the fun. For the love of it.
That we know of.
That we know of. Lord knows, I hope we can get rich off this.
For sure.
Yeah, but the moment this stops being fun, I told you, I'm out. It's fun because I'm with the guys doing it. But when it gets to all this, that, and the other, I'm out. Yeah. And that's what Maul came in. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Then I'm out. Then you should have been dead.
But when you see that hoe start getting profitable, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, hold on, wait.
Right.
No. My thing is, if you gonna do something, do it 100%.
Yeah.
Give it to the point where you're like, all right, because even if he committed 100% and then still was like, all right, I want to pull out, they can't keep you from doing that if you want to. Like, if you decided, I don't want to do this, cool. But, because I remember I watched I was watching part of Maul and Rory's like explanation as to kind of how stuff went down on their end. They were talking about how Joe wanted to put them on a salary. Negro, we started this together.
Yeah.
What you talking about putting me on a salary? We'll all take a salary from whoever the third party is, or we'll all get like, oh, well, we got a percentage contract. Y'all obviously didn't read it well enough. The moment when Rory asks, okay, can we see like the account slips or the account balances, and Joe flips out, that's
I'm out of here.
How many red flags do you need, bro? You feel me? Like, I refuse to give sympathy to anybody with zero business acumen.
I'm more on the Maul and Rory side, mainly because of the friendship shit.
The friendship shit, that's unforgivable.
But see, that's one of them things where it's like, as much as I understand that and I believe that, you got to know where that line is at.
That's why I say friendship and business don't mix and all that.
You got to know either, okay, we got to sacrifice this friendship and try to continue the business, but it don't work because the business works based off y'all friendship and y'all chemistry. But like we said 2 episodes ago, they overplayed their part. Definitely they felt, once you name something after one person, I am coming there for that one person. It's almost like a That's So Raven. Like, yeah, you love Kyle Massey, you love Corey, but it's Raven's show. So the moment she say, I want to do something else, now it's like, well, you can't keep That So Raven without Raven. So you can't have the Joe Budden podcast without Joe. Without Joe. Yeah. So Rory and Maul is tough. It may sound
the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Maul.
And what?
Featuring
-3 font. You feel me? So it's like, you did it to yourself. You did it
and
to
they
yourself.
said that was a fight to get their name on that shit.
My thing is, if the moment the thought rises up, I want to name this podcast after me. okay, well, we should just do our own thing. You should have your own podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
With just you and Parks. Y'all can go back and forth and try to feed off of each other. But you're
Fuck
not
Parks.
Watch it.
you're not gonna drag me along and be like, oh, I'm gonna name it after me because it's gonna be more profitable.
Yeah.
But then I want you to
Because I'm not clicking on the Rory and Maul podcast. I'm not.
But I mean,
because
it
all
wasn't
it's gonna become a Bash Joe Budden.
No,
session.
I'm saying
But I
before this podcast, if he would have called it, if it would have been the Joe Budden podcast featuring Rory and Maul and then the Rory and Maul podcast, I would have never listened to
I mean,
the
it
Rory
was
and Maul
a 33. It wasn't like it was 33%, 33%. Joe had the biggest cut, and Rory and
It
Maul
was
had
75, and they was like,
What
figure
is
out the math.
what I kind of got from it was
and
like
they said they were cool with their percentage. They just wanted to see they were receiving the actual, because they said that they were getting paid the same thing like
per
from
show.
2 years ago up till now. That
Once
they're
they
just getting
had
paid.
grown,
Yeah, and they grown, and if it's a percentage based shit, if you grew, you're gonna get paid more. But they said that they never got paid more. They stayed at the same rate.
It's all
the
about
whole time.
loyalty.
because I think, and I'm sorry to cut you off,
Go ahead.
but I think what kicked it off was like Rory's life started falling apart like last year. Like he lost to Duce Palooza off the
After
the straight
sexual allegations.
yeah, from his friend.
Oh, shoot.
his
That was
friend.
his stuff.
Yeah.
And he was popping bottles, all Jay in here. You know, they was splurging. Then when that income went, you didn't have the Sony job, and it's like, hey, we need some bread. And Joe was like, bro, I think the percentage is based off what you do. Like, I don't think Parks has ever been, shout out Parks, has ever been
Fuck Parks.
like paid off the strength of the podcast. He knows that that's not his podcast, but this is my house. I'm doing the engineering. This is my sound. You're going to pay me to film here. So Joe says,
Oh,
hey,
they play at Parks' house?
they play it at Parks'
Yeah,
house.
they do it at Parks.
So it's like, man, I can say, Parks, you going to get 15,000 or 15%. Just because off the strength of the
You
engineering
doing
and all
everything.
that. Don't ask for nothing else because you don't. I mean, Parks chips in and he's a good member, but you don't bring topics to this podcast. We just film and it's 15%. That's what you get.
Yeah.
We let you have your
And
little
that's-
mic on the side.
Yeah.
And
It'll
Parks
just be
said
yes
it.
machine.
Parks got his
Yeah,
own.
yes manning.
He's got his own artist that he manages. He still records music. He's got money. Parks he don't need the podcast. That's why it seems like he's dick riding him.
The yes man.
Like Maul, like what? Like you might have money. I'm not gonna shit on Maul, but it's like, bro, you started moving. You start getting your nails painted by all these famous stuff. It's like, bro, you spending a lot of money. Now we need to check the finances. But you was Mr. I'm always gonna be straight. I don't need no money. I don't need this podcast. Like, and you gonna switch up like this?
This is not about the money though. It's about the respect.
It's about the respect. But then you get on this podcast and bash him and you was fucking wrong. You wearing goofy ass hats. Yet y'all had two episodes.
That money hat.
You had 2 episodes where you sat in front of this man's face feeling like this and didn't say shit.
It's about respect, but it's also about self-respect.
Because they said that they got blindsided because they had like a conversation prior to the show that's what brought them back, and then once they got on the show, Joe started saying the opposite shit.
Yeah.
So
And real
But then
quick,
they did
And, like,
another
Maul-
episode.
yeah, real quick before
yeah,
this isn't the Joe Budden podcast episode, but
It's not.
this is it
it's a
kind of
loyalty episode.
it's more so just about loyalty period, but also
I'm trying to see what Rico's gonna do
Will you be
7
quiet
years
for-
from now when we're rich. I'm trying to see if I should get my contracts right
Yeah,
now.
you might want to. Bitcoin has been
As
calling
soon
my
as
name.
I'm thinking I'm out. No, you thinking too much for my taste. Way too much.
But drop a comment about what you guys think, not only just about the podcast situation, but about like friends and business. Like does it mix? Because I do
Start
believe-
commenting on our shit. Stop texting me.
PSA.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Bam.
PSA, no,
PSA.
I'm
Dun,
talking
dun, dun,
about-
dun, 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 dun. We've been getting a lot of feedback on our picks
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
we love it.
In person.
We love
In
the,
our
the-
person. We love it.
I love getting texts.
It was fun.
I love coming into work and everybody's talking about the shit. Like that Kanye Drake shit it's still being talked about to this day. This shit came out
It's been,
2
what,
weeks
3
ago.
weeks? Yeah.
And it's
I'm-
still getting talked about.
For
so.
me personally, your opinions or whatever you say will not matter to me unless you are commenting on our Facebook post or Instagram. If you say my picks
or
are
YouTube
or
or the
YouTube.
podcast.
or the Apple comments.
if you come up to me and say, hey, you're G baby, oh, how dare you? I'm going to just like, who the fuck are you? And your opinion doesn't matter at all because you're not supporting the podcast.
it matters when you text it.
When you
Right,
text
when you
it,
give us that 5-star.
when you
rating.
give us that, like, I'm not trying to shit on the fans because my support system, whoo,
Oh.
trash. But it's
you got that Joe Budden support system.
But just argue with her. Like that way, if you feel a way about this, come at me. I'm a respectful guy. I ain't gonna get disrespectful. If you feel I said something, you want to check me on it, check me on it. But check me on it on the podcast page. Don't check me on it in person because I'm not gonna care and I'm not gonna listen. So
facts.
PSA.
We've been because it's so tough trying to like recall. Feedback is how we learn on what to improve on. Feedback is how we learn. Okay, the logo needs to get better, or our dynamic.
New logo coming.
That's how I learned that I was over talking Zoo was based off of feedback. But at the same time, if we only see each other once a week and we getting 6 days worth of feedback, it's like, okay, well, somebody said this on one day. It's hard to recall all of it.
And if you comment something or text something, or post on our Apple shit or on our Instagram, the algorithms go up. And
help us if you care.
It don't cost a dime to type and comment how you feel. So you can just comment.
The same thing you're texting me, you could just write it on there.
But that's how we want to just make sure people. Hey, we appreciate
all
the
love.
support.
Thanks.
No, we definitely support. But for sure, don't bash us if you ain't brave enough to put that hoe on the podcast page.
Because I'll argue with you in the middle of a store.
I'm with all the smoke because I'm with that. But we appreciate because that means y'all are listening in the first place.
Yeah, and we love y'all.
But I just wanted to kind of with the Joe Budden thing, it kind of made we honestly had to have a serious talk about friendship and business because I'm not about to become Suge Knight
because
over this.
All three of us, believe it or not, we're treating this like it is going to be $1 million industry. That's how we're treating it because we're putting our all into this. We're putting money into this. We're doing all that.
Money we do not be having.
We do not. We do not.
Birthday dinners, I can't afford it this year.
I have a podcast. I have to shoot a.
But we believe in this, so we're putting our all into it. We're going 100%. Yeah, it's fun.
It's definitely fun.
It's not a job. So if this could someday become a job, or this.
We don't even have to get rich off of it. We can get comfortable.
Yeah, it could get either comfortable and branch out opportunities for us. Rico could get a look and be on some acting shows
and then be movies. Able to bring this up more. It's all about elevating
G-Baby
each other.
Could be
Superman.
Zoo can retire and just get as many animals as he wants.
Can.
That's what he really wants to do.
That's honestly all I want to do.
I
started breeding my first animal this week.
But
that's it. That's not to get too far off, but we just want y'all support. Shout out Raul's support system, the people that support me and Rico. So y'all know who y'all are. I'm gonna start dropping names. The five people that support.
Shout out to Dario, Alberto, and Gigi who support G-Baby.
And my boy Ralphie.
Okay, Ralphie. We'll give you Ralphie.
He'll give me Ralphie.
But back kind of, and then to kind of move on, but back to the Joe Budden thing, a lot of that comes, I think, with a lack of self-respect and a lack of knowing your self-worth. Because my thing is, when numbers start getting involved, when serious numbers start getting involved,
then you have to have a talk.
You got to be man enough to say, hey, you my boy, I love you, I got your back. What's these numbers looking like? And if he's like, well, yeah, for the love of our friendship and the love of our relationship, I'm going to go ahead and step out because I see a habit that I don't like starting to form. Yeah. And I don't want it to get to become that.
To where we hate each other.
If it becomes that, it's going to be an issue.
To where the Maul and Joe relationship over 10 years.
It's gone.
Because Maul is on Joe Budden vlogs from 2008, 2007 on his YouTube page.
He's on his album. He does
he does intros and skits and shit. And that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
what it sounded like from what Maul tried to make it sound like, and apparently with some clips that Joe was talking, Maul was just some bum he picked up off the street and was like, you can come live with me, as if Maul wasn't.
Yeah, that's how he painted. That's
that's definitely how he painted it. Mm-hmm. But then that's my thing is you supposed to check this man in face. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm so annoyed about. It's I personally don't want any friends that can't call me out on my BS. Yeah, right. Even if it's towards them, and even if we legit get into a legit argument about whatever, you my boy. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't even sit here and listen to whatever you got to say.
It should have never gotten that far. Yeah. If you had this big a concern, because it's been boiling, if you had this much disdain and disrespect for this man, you should have been handled this 300 episodes ago.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You wait and you wait and you wait, and then it makes it seem like, okay, so shit didn't get sweet now. Yeah. Shit's not sweet no more. Now you want to cause problems. Rory's life falling apart. You broke. Now you want to, I need some finance.
That's what it looks like. Because when they do this tell-all video, it's like, okay, y'all desperate. And it's like, I know Maul's not hard up for cash, but Rory consistently looked like he was suffering.
I don't mind it as long as just this one episode like they said it would. Yeah. If next week or 2 weeks from now they drop another one that is Joe Budden related, then I'll be like, all right. Then I might switch to Joe's side. But as far as right now, if they just keep it like that, Joe Budden went on live today. He got fucking attacked for 3 minutes straight. He got off. He even said at the end, he's like, "I'm not feeling appreciated. Goodbye."
He deserves that. That's his fault.
But he said, because people in the comments, were going insane, and everyone was like, "Wow, you're fake for like suing your friends for starting a podcast." And Joe said on the live, he said, "I'm not gonna sue him." He's like, they can do what they want. I'm not gonna sue him. Yeah, I don't know if that's just him walking shit back and stuff, but
that was definitely it was a power move that like I think he
Joe's rant was based off that they called no showed basically.
Yeah,
like, they didn't show up because I think he says he was gonna tell them to their face the same thing. I highly doubt it.
You're not firing somebody on air.
Yeah, but now since they didn't come, he got pissed.
Now you can be like, oh yeah, you know what type of stuff? It's a lot.
That's corny. It's corny on both sides because. Yeah. Maul was first, on the bigger and better things when he first left. Then them tweet activity numbers started dropping. Yeah. Now they get on the podcast again. This bought them another month of relevancy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be talking about Maul and Rory in July. No. I'm just being real. They're going to fall out of relevance.
The biggest issue, because it's like they almost can't do anything else. Because even if they say they start a podcast with their homies or whoever, or they start doing guest spots, everybody going to want to know about the Joe Budden thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to want to know. So it's like you can't even dodge it. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know nothing about Rory's relevancy in the industry. I know, like you said, a lot of that stuff came off the hind legs of Joe. Yeah. And it's one of those things.
He's taking forever to drop that R&B album.
Bro. Wait, he's an R&B artist?
He has an artist signed to him.
Okay.
The Emotional Oranges. That's his name.
Okay.
Plus, which I've heard a couple songs. They're actually good. But he's been he's taking fucking like he's been.
This will be the best time to do it.
Yeah, like you need to drop that album like now.
Tonight.
But then it'll seem even corny because they'll be like, oh, it's a rollout.
So
whatever. I mean, you can't please everybody at the end of the day.
But then this man got invited to the Rock Nation brunch, and I know damn well you're not getting another one. You proposed at the Rock Nation brunch.
Oh, talk about your disdain with that.
Oh man, you white cave beast. You had the audacity, the
gall,
the most exclusive party of the year. You get invited to.
Everybody and their mama want to be at the Rock
Everybody and their mama selling their kids and kidneys to go there. And you get up there and propose.
He made himself the center of attention.
Mm-hmm. And then to make it worse, Maul was there too. And he had the audacity to say, it was a lot of people in there that really didn't deserve to be in there. They ain't did shit. And I was like, excuse me?
I mean,
who was they? Biggs, brother. Come on, bro. All right, I'll bring Maul to the Rockefeller meeting. That's who Maul was. And Maul want to be Mr. Cool bullshit. Because if my brother was that too cool with Jay-Z, I'm in all the clubs. Like, guess who I am? Guess who? I'm Jay-Z's best friend, little brother. You know what I'm saying? You know he was using that for him to be. And I'm not saying Maul's not a cool guy and got no game. But if you had that trump card,
oh yeah,
you definitely pulling that out.
For sure. At least
you definitely pulling that. And you know
who my brother is?
You know who my brother is?
You know who I'm living with? Joe Budden. You know he's dropped that before. You know he's dropped it. So don't act like Joe.
I don't know if Joe Budden's getting anybody in clubs in 2010.
Well, not in 2010, but back. Well, I don't know because Joe was still relevant.
I mean, he was on Love and Hip Hop, what, 12, 13?
That reality TV gets you something.
It was relevant.
Maul was hanging out with. He was on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Maul was relevant.
Not no more.
He was chilling with Khloe Kardashian.
But I think
off the strength of Joe Budden.
But that was Maul got legit connections in the industry.
Yeah, he was cool
said
with
that much. So it's like.
But I mean, if they do go off,
you don't become friends with the Kardashians off Joe Budden.
No.
No, I mean you're right. Friends off being black. That's all.
His way in.
That's the basic requirement.
Maul's way in was Brandon Jennings and Trevor Ariza. You know they got a thing for them hooping niggas. That's true. This my boy Maul. And okay, I guess Maul can come. Like, no, Maul, don't do that. Like, we know you. I don't know you, but I know you. I know niggas like you.
Maul is a stand-up man.
And he might be.
Fuck Parks.
We're not gonna fuck Parks.
He blocked me on Twitter a little bit.
He did block you on Twitter. Because you laughed in the thread that was making fun of him.
Yeah, bro, what a bitch.
That is kind of soft, Parks. Get your weight up, bro.
Yeah. So.
But like I said, if I wouldn't have gotten blocked 2 days ago, I would have gotten blocked today.
Yeah.
What'd you say today?
Yeah. No, because when Maul and Rory said they gave up 2 months worth of their checks, so Parks could get a raise and the rest of the guys could get a raise.
I don't.
Parks ain't never asked for no raise. Ain't nobody else asked for their raise, so it's making me think like y'all just didn't know y'all spot.
Yeah.
Like, if this was a team, y'all ain't superstars, y'all the role players.
And to anybody who's listening, who's thinking about going into business with their homies, we're not experts per se, but based off of Hollywood nightmare stories we have heard, get stuff in writing if you think it's going to get to that point. Yeah. Or
first the Fat Boys breakup.
Or be honest from the jump.
You should have known by now.
With your friends what you guys, like what the goal is. And don't let, if this is a joint 33, or whatever percentage y'all
said it's on paper.
Like,
it's on recording.
Whatever.
It's on wax.
Y'all know I'm not, y'all know me. But if it's a true even split, then y'all need to make it known from the jump. Okay, X, Y, and Z needs to always happen. You can't get mad after they didn't figure out a way to finagle their way to get some more money and you kind of being left out to dry. Yeah, you can be mad that they decided to do that, but you gave them the avenue to do it. Yeah. If I'm gonna be able to keep getting away with something, and you guys keep coming to the show every single week for 5 years,
I'm gonna keep doing it.
What is going to cause me to stop? There's obviously no moral compass stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas done gave me every single reason to continue doing it. Why would I stop?
Yeah.
I'm the man. Y'all obviously don't care that much, or if y'all do, y'all ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
And Puffy's not talking to Rory and Mal. He's talking to Joe Budden. You see what I'm saying? Like it's. I'm not saying Joe's the mecca of this whole thing, but
Puffy's
he's
a shitty businessman.
He is definitely a shitty businessman. Karma is on your ass, P Diddy. I'm telling you it is.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. Know your worth. At the end of the day, that's loyalty and know your worth. Those are the words of the day.
Also, no amount of money is worth a good friendship. Don't throw away a good friendship. Because
I tweeted that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you tweeted, but I'll look at your page and retweet it.
No, it's true though. It's like
it's not worth. 50 M's looks good, but it's like 50 M's to be lonely, to be mad, have niggas just hating. Like, no, I'd rather us all be broke and have fun than one of us get rich
and then the other two. Because the biggest thing is that more or less it also depends on kind of where you are in the industry. It puts somewhat of a scarlet letter on your name when it comes to other business ventures. Even if you want to think about it selfishly, all right, forget the friends aspect. Nobody else is going to want to work with you because you're somebody who screws over his or her business partners.
Because you can't tell me Joe Budden don't walk in them meetings they was like, we want you. And he was probably, all right, Rory and Mal, they can we get somebody else? He said that on the pod, that Spotify didn't really want them. He was like, no, I had to fight to get them here. Like, he had to fight to get their name on the pod.
But see, that's a little shiesty as well, in my opinion, to throw that in their face because, once again, like people have said, the podcast didn't take off till Mal decided to sit in that seat.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, like, you can't then go and throw, because Spotify would have lost money, in my opinion. If he would have been like, all right, F Rory, F Mal, the podcast would have dropped, and Spotify would be like, all right, you got to go.
Yeah.
Because the simple fact of the matter is, it's almost like it's a double-edged sword. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah. It's like, was he always inevitably going to take off, or is it the fact that Mal joined the podcast what helped it get to that point?
Also, Joe is smart because he could have dropped them because Mal said that Joe's been trying to drop them for like a year now or whatever. But if Joe would have been the one to drop them, then it's like, yo, Joe Budden's really, really fucked up. He's like the main center of it. But now, since they kind of showed a no-call, no-show and shit, Joe could spin it into, well, they didn't even want to be here. They didn't show up, blah, blah, blah. This is their fault.
They gave him the gun. They gave him the ammo to do what he wanted to do.
One thing, though, I didn't like was they did sign a contract. Mm-hmm. So for y'all to leave, that's bogus. That's Isaiah walking off the court. You signed that contract. You finished that contract.
Yeah.
I don't always live up to that because Lord knows how many jobs I didn't quit. But it's like different. That's different. This is a contract. You was cool with the terms up until you put that pen on that paper. And even after, if you can't stand your butt, you finish it out. Yeah. Because that affects you. Like, man, you bailed on that contract as soon as shit wasn't sweet. You bailed.
Does it affect them? Because, Joe is known to walk out of contracts.
Not in that situation. Joe always says fuck contracts. He said, you know what I'm saying? But it's like Rory and Mal, like this y'all intro into the world, and y'all walked off for one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Especially for somebody like a Rory who is going out of his way to talk about all the things that he's trying to do in the industry. When it's like, okay,
he overstretched himself.
You hurt you got your feelings hurt, and you decided to violate contract. They don't care about nothing else that went on. Yeah. He could have slept with his wife. You broke your contract. We can't trust you.
All right, want to talk about that on friendships? The part?
What?
The whole the reason Rory, well, not the main reason, but one of the reasons Rory was mad was because Joe said that he would work with academics again, even though academics and Rory had.
I don't completely understand academics and Rory's quarrel with each other.
So basically, whenever academics was brought up as a topic, because academics be wildin', especially when the whole 6ix9ine shit, Rory and Mal never wanted to talk about it on the pod because they said we don't want to give attention to academics or 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
So academics, he be in his feelings like every 10 seconds. So he took it as a slight. So ever since then, like if he had a chance, he'd throw like a little jabs at
Rory and
Mal. So academics supposedly, I guess, found out that Rory was cheating on his wife allegedly, and so Rory was like the only person who could have known that
was Joe
or Mal. But he's like, I know Mal ain't gonna say shit because like of what he's presented. So he's like, and Joe's the only one who talks to academics. So he thought it was Joe doing it.
Wow.
So then I guess Rory figured out that it probably wasn't Joe, and then probably the chick was the one who told Ac. But by then, academics had already ruined Rory's relationship.
Well, Rory ruined his relationship.
Yeah, Rory ruined it. Academics brought it to light to ruin it further if it wasn't already ruined.
And notice on Rory and Mal's podcast, they didn't address that Rory sending people or going to Ac's house to beat him up. So that means that happened.
Yeah,
like Rory sent somebody.
Rory
he went up there to beat
either
up
he
Ac.
sent someone or he went and knocked on academics' door. Obviously, academics didn't open. I think he just like peeked her. His little cameras. He probably checked the cameras. And he saw it was Rory or like one of Rory's mans. So that's when academics went on like a shitstorm. That's when he started attacking Rory every fucking week. And then so basically, I guess there was a conversation had where Joe wanted to start Everyday Struggle again outside of Complex. Yeah. But like do another show with Ac.
Because people like they dynamic always.
So Rory was kind of like, like that's fucked up because like you're my man's, and this is my enemy. And you're going to fucking link up with him.
We got the question of the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, question of the day. You have... Okay, so...
I already scratched it off on the docket. Damn it.
Perfect.
175 since it's some scratches on it.
All right, question of the day. So, let's say it's a group of three. 3 homies, 3 best friends. One of your homies...
I'd be dead at 15. No,
stop saying that. Stop. So, are you okay, yes or no, with one of your homies going into business with somebody you have beef with if they had already had a business venture with them beforehand, before your beef with that person? Are you okay with them going, not best friends, not buddy, not going out to eat at Benihana's? They are going into business together. Would you be okay with your friend going into business with your enemy, with your op, if you will?
It depends.
Thank you.
It really
that's my answer. It depends on the situation.
Because you could, all right, so just say we all cool. And I'm like, yo, me and Raul finna start something. And you, all right, cool, yeah, boom. You don't care about what we started, but y'all fall out. Like, I can't stop off the strength of that because we was cool when it all started.
But it's like, okay, so I get that. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but
I agree with him on that one.
Because it's as if we all homies and then, because we all love Ice. So let's say Ice, I fall out with her.
Do we?
Right.
Nah.
Shout out to Ice.
Yeah, shout out to Ice.
We fall out with Ice, and all of a sudden she want to do something with y'all on some streaming type stuff.
Right.
And I tell y'all, y'all can't mess with her because of X, Y, and Z. That's not right for me to tell y'all to not go into business with her.
But that's the thing. It depends.
Yeah.
Because you could be like, if we all cool, and then we see y'all fall out, then it's like, that's picking a side. That's picking a side.
I don't see. I'm gonna tell y'all why.
You would have to be the one to say, nah, it's cool to do that. Y'all would have to be like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Agreed.
In my answer to this overall is, if I had, because with the Joe and Ac situation, Joe and Ac, for better or worse, had a relationship before Rory came into the picture. They had a rapport, and people love to see that. It was profitable.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, Rory was already with Joe. The podcast was already
with the Everyday Struggle.
Yeah, the podcast is already on.
But so they obviously knew of each other. But I'm saying like Joe and Ac had they dynamic that people would love to see. It was talking about doing it. Ain't no telling necessarily when the talks for Everyday Struggle or whatever they was gonna call it came back around. If Joe never had a true falling out, they argued on set, but they respected each other and they respected each other's opinion. Okay, we can make some money together. I get Rory's angle. Okay, you childish for still being cool with this dude, but at the same time, Joe never had any beef with him. If me and whoever else had been cool from the jump and you fall out, I don't necessarily gotta be, hey, this my boy, this, that, and the third, but we in business together. I don't know if it has to go any further than that, like, but I'm not gonna also rub it in your face. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, I was with Act the other day. You feel me?
I mean, you're supposed to talk to Rory and be like, look, this is what the situation is.
Talk it out.
Like, it depends. Like you say, this is the situation. I know y'all got that, but this is something completely different. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had this before.
Yeah. And then it's like, if in that situation, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do this whatever with this person. But I'm not going to let him or her talk down on you because they upset at you. Yeah. Right. I'm going to make sure I go out of my way. I ain't going to bring nothing you say about them to them or what he say about him to y'all. I'm not going to do that because that's none of my business. I'm here to do I'm here with you, and I got a relationship and a friendship with you.
Yeah. Right.
But that's the thing. Joe never checked Act like, yo, chill. Like, that's my man.
No, he just let him go.
Yeah. And then they still went on live together. And
I'll give you that.
Then Joe never defended him when the Breakfast Club was tearing their ass off. Yeah. Joe was just,
when Joe went on the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne and Envy were going in on Rory and Mal because that's when they were beefing.
That's childish.
Joe didn't say he was laughing with the jokes.
Now, Joe is, in my opinion, is wrong for that. But like overall, I personally believe if you are going back into business with somebody you had a relationship before, and he or she fell out with your friend, your business partner in a separate business venture, the two don't never gotta cross. And as long as you make sure they don't cross, because you don't let him say nothing about your boy, you don't let your boy say nothing about him, I don't see the issue.
Because that was the thing on the pod was every time Ack would say something, Rory would, oh yeah, fire man, fuck dude, blah, blah. He would say it back like they would go. It wasn't until Rory messed that up with Ack that he was, Joe, you can't do that. No, because you fucked that relationship up. No, I'm not going to mess my relationship up. That's like if, like going back with the ISIS, using the example. Sorry, ISIS, for using your name so much. But it's like, just say we all cool. Then ISIS goes and messes something up with Angel. Shout out Angel.
Yeah.
Then she come back, oh, you can't talk. But we was all cool with Angel. Yeah. You went and messed that up. Like, you can't be like, oh, don't talk to him no more.
That's
like,
literally what it is.
You came and messed that up. Yeah. You was cool with me talking to him 2 months ago. But now that your life ruined, I can't talk to him no more? That's crazy. That's nuts.
So leave a comment, like we were talking about the PSA. Leave a comment in the YouTube.
Or your opinions don't matter.
IG, you can leave it on the podcast
directed at me, I don't respect
Does Spotify do comments on the podcast?
I don't think so.
There's no Spotify.
So you can do the Apple podcast and leave comments on what you got on our question of the day. That's because we about at an hour. So we're going to finish that with the question of the day.
We'll do a Twitter poll.
What you guys think? Because I personally believe, like I said, they have to, we can get one. It has to be separate. I think Joe handled it wrong, but Joe was right but wrong in how he handled it. You don't let somebody bag on your mans. This is supposed to be your boy. This is what you saying on the podcast. These are my guys. These are my boys. But I'm going to go, because I'm the most famous one of the group, I'm going to go do this interview and let them just rain hellfire on you. No, that's not right. You shouldn't do that.
It's not.
Everything was handled wrong. Look out for those friends who are letting people just talk trash about you, and all of a sudden they come back, oh yeah, you know, so-and-so said this. Well, why do they feel so comfortable saying that around you?
Yeah. Right. Like you've been having these conversations before.
Like how many times does this conversation come up?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of that. No. I'm not a fan of that at all because it's shiesty business. And that's
very
just
shiesty.
Forget
that's how you know Rico's dating a Latina. Shiesty.
Damn, Pooh Shiesty's Mexican?
Oh man. But yeah, like forget they podcast. That's just people in general. That's just relationship. Yeah. You don't let nobody bag on your mans.
Know who you dealing with.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say. Know who you dealing with.
But that go back to 35 minutes ago. Where were your antennas? This man has a history of bad relationships with people. Yeah. And you like, oh, it would never happen to me.
Even though that's my man, I'm still going in there with like one eye, like, like this can turn ugly for me. I ain't gonna put all my eggs in this basket.
That's like if you know your homie steal and you leave him down here with the camera, the ring lights, the TV, and you go to Sharks.
That's my man.
You go to Sharks, and you come back down here, where my TV at, where my camera at? I can't believe you did that. Why not? This nigga been stealing.
Rico thought I was going to steal his stuff.
Shut up. This nigga been stealing since y'all was 5, and you all of a sudden surprised now that it's your turn?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just crazy.
That's nuts.
Where were your antennas?
Obviously.
That's just that.
As long as at the end of the day, we could all agree that fuck Parks.
I don't agree. But no, I'm not finna sit here. Yeah, fuck Parks. I'm not finna defend this nigga.
Yeah,
fuck Parks. He's a white cave dweller as well.
Was there anything else on the pod before we?
No, I mean, we can wrap this up. Once again, we want to congratulate Rico for
the graduation.
Oh, look at him. Graduation dinner. He hitting Salt Bay right now.
He body. Look at that.
Hey,
super cum laude. Hey, Clarice, play Atomic Dog.
But no, once again, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We know this was more like one subject centered, but we hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys didn't, leave comments. Otherwise, it don't matter what y'all thought. Per usual, I am your boy Rico and my little big cousin G Baby. Our boy Raul the Zookeeper, and we are the Friendly Fiya Podcast. This is episode 10. Y'all be blessed.
See ya.
Peace.